Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to remind you that on September 8th at 7:30 here at Theater Dublin, we have a special show coming your way. It's called the 1956 Elvis Breakout Year. It's actually called Elvis 56. And we have on the phone with us right now the lead actor from Elvis 56. It's Cody Ray Slaughter. Hello, Cody.
How you doing there?
Man, we are doing terrific in Dublin, Georgia today, and all the surrounding area is interested in the show coming to town on September the 8th here at Theater Dublin. Now, you guys perform all over. Now, where are you right now, or where's the last show that you're performing, Cody?
The last show that we just did was down in Alabama, Huntsville, at the Von Braun Center, and we had I think over 1,000 people there, and then I got on a plane after some delays, and I came back to my home in Arkansas to get ready for Elvis Week and everything like that. So actually at the moment I'm in Branson, Missouri, getting some last minute stuff, so everything's going okay, just staying busy.
So Elvis Week is coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's I don't know if you've ever been out there, but it's down in Memphis, and it's something else, man. It really is.
Yeah, and so you've been out to Elvis Week before and probably several times. Tell us about that.
Oh, my gosh. I've been going to Graceland at Elvis Week since I was a little kid. First year at Elvis Week, I was 14 years old, and what makes that special is, Elvis died on August 16th of 77, so every year thousands and thousands of fans come from everywhere, and they all gather around and mourn the loss of Elvis while getting to see a bunch of friends and family that you only kind of get to see once a year. So it's really nice. It's really special. It's really moving. So, keeping the tradition alive, and this is the 40th anniversary of his death. So whenever we do go to Dublin, this will be 40 years since Elvis Presley passed away.
Yeah, and Cody, let's talk a little bit about growing up and your love, your affinity, how you developed a desire to emulate Elvis and to celebrate his life.
Yeah, when I was younger, my father had a bunch of old school cassette tapes and things like that, the Temptations, Smokey Robinson, just everybody. And then I was digging through there and I found this guy named Elvis Presley. And I looked at his hair, and that was the first thing that caught my attention. So, the next day I went to school, I had my hair all greased up and everything, and for school. And then I started learning more about him. So, and then they threw me up on stage one day out here in Branson, Missouri, and here I am talking to you. It's pretty wild, And I think the thing about Elvis is that's the best, is just the kind heart that he had. Everybody's got their troubles, but Elvis was just one of a kind. He was a phenomenon, from the hillbilly cat, from a hometown sensation to an international phenomenon. It's just never been done before.
Yeah, it took off overnight. And anytime you say the King, people know who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. You can say Elvis, anywhere, any country. It don't even matter if you hardly speak English. Everybody knows the word Elvis Presley, the name. So it's just, there's not another entertainer like him, And what's really great is I'm given this opportunity to do this show called Elvis 56. It's really bare bones. It's my favorite years of Elvis is that early stuff. And the band that we have is, there's no fancy lights, there's no horn section, there's no 10, 12 backup singers, there's no jumpsuits. It's just exactly the way it was back in 1956, 7, and, 55 and 4. It's amazing, and our drummer is actually David Fontana, which is DJ Fontana's son, which is Elvis's original drummer.
All right.
We've got a direct bloodline there to that breakout year. It's just phenomenal.
All right, so you're going to take us all back to 1956 now when you come into town on that September 8th, and we're going to be at the theater at 7:30 there, and the show, I'm sure, is going to be phenomenal again this year. But tell us about some of the songs that you'll be singing, and maybe a couple of them that are your favorites.
Yeah, well, everybody knows Hound Dog. They know Blue Suede Shoes, Don't Be Cruel, and we're going to do those. Love Me Tender, Heartbreak Hotel, I Was the One, First in Line, Old Shep, Paralyzed, Ready, Teddy, Rip It Up, Lottie Miss Claudie. I mean, we're going to do, I think in the show, I think there's over 20 Elvis songs that's going to be played. And in throughout that show, there's going to be some dialogue, you know. So you're not just going to go see an Elvis guy on stage jumping around. You're going to really walk in there and walk out with a whole different perspective of how it used to be back in the day. And I'm not just saying it because I'm in it, but it's a really, really good show. And I've done Broadway, the Broadway production, $1 Million Quartet. I've done a lot of stuff, and I've never been in a show like this one. It's just rock and roll, you know, and it's comfortable. You know, you can sit there and relax and really enjoy it. You know, it's a clean rock and roll show.
Yeah, the whole family can come. Everyone can come. Of course,
everybody can come. Yes.
Yeah, that's what Elvis was all about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Elvis56tour.com is what you want to log on to if you want to get tickets. You have it there on the screen for you now, as well as 277-5074. You can get in touch with the theater there and make your purchase of tickets now and make plans now. Invite friends and neighbors. Invite friends all over the area, anywhere around us, because they're sure to enjoy the show. Now, you guys come through a Georgia tour just about that time. You're up in or over in Brunswick and a couple of places here in the state, and we just get to take advantage of that Georgia tour through here, and we appreciate you coming through very much.
Thank you.
And Cody Ray Slaughter, we're on the phone with him again, ladies and gentlemen. He is the lead actor in Elvis 56, and the band is Dave Fontana and the Hillbilly Cats. Now, that's what Elvis was called. I just learned that. I thought I knew most everything about Elvis, but
yeah, he had a few different names.
Yeah, but you know, from the origin, you know, it was a hillbilly type rock is kind of the name before rock and roll really got its name, right?
Right. Yeah, you know, back then, you know, there was, you know, it was country. It was, you know, there was something like rock and roll, not quite. And a lot of stuff wasn't really played on the radio. You know, there was a huge racial barrier back in the day there.
Yeah.
And Elvis Presley, he took those songs and just you know, Scotty Moore, Bill Black, DJ Fontana. They really put this edge to it, and the world didn't know what to think. People didn't know what to think. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, they censored him on TV, and they called him the Hillbilly Cat. They called him Elvis the Pelvis. They called him this. They called him that. I mean, it's amazing. And, you know, this show, if you don't like Elvis, you're gonna like this show. If you love Elvis, you're obviously gonna love this show. But if you're just a fan of music, you know, period, and you have to see this show. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm anything special, but I gotta say it really is good, and I'm really comfortable in this show. You've got to check it out. You know, it'll change what you've always thought. And if people are unsure about it, because I want to remind the people listening that this is not a jumpsuit Elvis show. You know, this isn't your idea cliche of an Elvis tribute artist show. This is totally different. So I would even go online, like you said, and go to, you know, Elvis 56, type it in, maybe go check out some stuff on YouTube of the Elvis 56, Cody Slaughter, and really, I just recommend everybody see this show. You know, the Hillbilly Cat.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and you know, you look back and you think about history, and you've seen these clips on television. We have of memories of him when he first took the airways, took the television in 50, 56, and was on a couple of times, and then really took off. But like you say, it was a basic look. It wasn't the Las Vegas that we see now of portrayers of Elvis. It's the real Elvis. Right,
and it's really great because, you know, over the years, Elvis's image and all this stuff is fogged over where people think it's, you know, then it's almost like to a point where it's being made fun of sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just want to remind everybody that it is not that way. The bass is a stand-up bass just from the 50s. The guitar is a replica of Scotty Moore's. The drums, of course, you know, being David Fontana, has an exact replica drum kit from that time that his dad played, and it is just really great. It's funny, you know, it's serious. It'll make you happy, stand up, and it'll make you cry. You know, it really is something else. You know.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, September 8th is the time at 7:30 at Theater Dublin. Again, the number 277-5074 right there on the screen. And Elvis56tour.com is where you can log on. And we're speaking on the phone right now with Cody Ray Slaughter. And we're all excited about it. And we're all excited about taking that trip back. And you say it's been 40 years.
Yes, 40 years.
You know, that's the type thing when people who are of age can remember. You know, I as a young kid can remember my parents and all of us sitting around on the bed listening to the radio and hearing that Elvis had died, and then your parents start telling you stories about things that he would do and how he was in concert and what a legend he was. And so we're excited about you coming, and we're excited about reliving that right here in our community. And we thank you so much for joining us by way of phone, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Ray Slaughter. We'll see you on September 8th.
I'll see you there. Thank you very much.